Here with
All right, everybody. I want to just take an opportunity to first say thank you for tuning in to Love Dish tonight. It's a treat for me, and I hope it'll be a treat for you. I have my girlfriends around the table with me. They all brought something, and they'll talk about that in a minute. But I just want to go around the table and just say who's in the room. So we have Miss
Latanya.
All right.
Miss Ashley.
And
Miss Jennifer.
And of course, again, I'm KS Lewis. Yay. Like I said before, you've been with me all season, but tonight is an opportunity to just relax. And I'm going to show you how to have a little fun with your girls tonight. First, what we brought to the table. Well, I made a cheese board, and this is really my signature of what I like to take to any kind of event. It's really easy to make. A lot of different cheeses. There's a goat cheese on here. There's a Havarti dill. There's a little horseradish cheddar too, so it's got a little kick. And normally I'd have it with beef, but tonight we got a little salami, a little pepperoni, a little prosciutto, chips, raspberries, all kinds of stuff. But really it's all about what you prefer. So whatever kind of goodies you like, put them on a board, throw it all together. Hey, it's a party. What'd you bring, Jen?
Well, I brought a couple of things.
Ooh.
So I have the nachos here, which is an all-time favorite for any age group because it's messy, it tastes great, it's got a little spice to it. Then I also have the sangria here. This is a specialty sangria. Got some frozen fruit in there, some red wine, and a little kick of corn liquor. Ooh, get you through the night.
It's a little kick. I like that. Miss Latanya.
Girl, you know I always go with my favorite. The lemon pepper wings, girl. Fried horde. Yes, honey, yes.
And I love them too. So.
Right?
Yes.
They make any meal that much better.
Start. Yes. And Miss Ashley.
So I had to top it off with the Cabernet Sauvignon. Just a little bit of wine, you know, get the party started a little bit.
I love it. Well, let's start with a toast to love, relationships, and good friends.
Amen.
Right. Amen to that. Yep, there's that kick.
That's the kick. I love it. I love it.
I feel it.
Well, we can dig in and grab some food. And while we're grabbing some food, I just want to ask a first question. So, of course, we all have different scenarios as far as our love. And I'll say real quick, you're married.
Yes.
You're married.
Yes.
We're the single girls in the crew tonight.
Yes.
All right.
So I'm single from a divorce. You've never been married, right?
Never been married.
So we have a little bit of variety around the table. What is the first thing you notice about a person? Now I know you guys are married, but if you can think back, what's the first thing you notice about a person?
I looked at somebody today.
Okay,
Well,
as long as you don't touch.
Long as you don't touch, that's right. But I'm honest. I am so shallow. I'm looking at you. I need to see what you're looking like. You know, I need to project what you may look like in the future.
But what stands out to you? Like, is it eyes? Is it? I know for me, I love a man that has nice, strong-looking arms.
I like a very well-groomed individual, especially his haircut. While a lot of men look really good with the dreads and the braids and stuff, that is not my cup of tea. But a really nice, fresh haircut with it laid to the side and you've lined it up. Oh, girl, that just does something to me.
That's doing something to me just thinking about it. What about you, Ashley? What's the big thing that stands out to you?
So the biggest thing. So I'm looking probably from here up. And probably the mouth. Something about the mouth. But I agree. I like a well-groomed. I'm looking at the hair next, so. But from definitely here up. And then after I say, okay, that's good. Okay, then I move on. So then I'm probably looking at the rest of the package.
Okay, all right. And now I'm gonna take just a second to get food in just a second, but I do want to hear what you noticed first about people.
The forearms. The forearms are a very good indicator of everything that's down below the belt.
Oh,
really?
It's not true about what they say about the feet. It is not true. It is
That's true.
That is true.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That is very true.
The wrist to the elbow.
The wrist to the elbow.
Correct.
So that kind of reminds me of the movie Ray. Did you all see the movie Ray?
Yes.
Where that they were talking about where
the
he would
wrist,
grab.
he would measure their size.
So maybe we
their
should be doing that too, is what Jen's saying.
Maybe.
That's what it's right.
So no more looking at the shoes. No more looking at the
Just grab them by the wrist,
Because
girl.
sometimes they wear the wrong size shoes to trick you.
And that's true.
Oh.
I had,
But you can't fake a forearm.
You cannot fake a forearm.
You cannot
What you
fake
see
a
is what you get, huh?
forearm.
That's right.
Well, let's take just a minute to grab some food, and then we'll get into some more questions. I'm gonna have some wings.
Of course.
That's my favorite.
That was moving too slow.
Okay, we're gonna edit this part out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to jump in front of the thing right here. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this.
I was like, I don't want to.
And I don't, exactly. You know, and it's like, okay, we gotta take a minute to
Have conversation. Let's just kick it.
whatever.
Let's just kick it. No pressure.
Alright, it's recording, so whenever you guys are ready.
Oh, okay. How's the food, everybody? I'm loving this.
Girl.
Oh, delicious.
Delicious.
Delicious. Your cheese plate is that horseradish cheddar, girl.
Yes, it is very, very good.
Girl.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get a chance to tell you what I like in a person. My first impression. So I said I like the arms, but really it's the arms and it's the eyes. I like someone that has just a gorgeous pair of eyes where they look at you, they're intentional when they talk to you. I don't know, it just makes me melt. It just makes me melt. And then there's some other things that help.
Here.
Not that.
You know, here.
Exactly.
So we've all had different I guess situations, different scenarios in love. Talk about, what's your favorite? Well, let's kind of let's start here and then we'll move up.
Okay.
First, what's your favorite love song? What's your favorite love song?
My favorite love song is Luther Vandross and Mary Washington. I believe that's who it is. I Who Have Nothing. That song right there.
Tell us why.
It is both of them pouring their hearts out to that one that they love, and just that vulnerability in that song for me. And then there's Luther.
You can't go wrong with
You
Luther.
can't ever go wrong.
You
with
really
Luther.
can't.
But they're holding these notes, and the story that it tells. One of the lyrics is that I'm looking at you through the window while you're dining with someone else. And I can just picture that, and it's just like, oh my God, it's raining. They're probably having one little tear coming down their face.
This is dramatic, right?
Exactly. And then she's in there and she's kiki ha ha, and she's not even, realizing that, he's pining from afar.
Wow.
And he has
not stalking.
He's got on the London fog coat with the fedora, trying to hide sort of in the shadows so he can view, not stalk, but at the same time not be seen because he doesn't want to be classified as the what?
Stalker.
There you go. So that is my favorite love song. I remember it fondly with one particular individual. I don't feel like they can traverse relationships.
Oh, okay.
But it's my favorite. I feel like each relationship has its own type of song, its own type of flow, but that song for me is universal.
I like it, and I like how you mentioned that it offers a peek into their vulnerability, because that's really, that is a huge part of relationships being successful, or even seeing the place where they're unsuccessful, because I think a lot of times people, they either won't be vulnerable for whatever reason, they've been hurt, or they have fears or whatever, or they're just assholes,
There's that.
Yeah. But then when you have that moment where someone is, and it's either unrequited or, it just doesn't work out, that can be...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I feel you on that.
So, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I feel you. What about you, Jen?
That would be Sade's Your Love is King.
Ooh, good one.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Because my husband did something to me with that song playing in the background. So now every time I hear it, it's just like, somebody has to say, hey, you all right?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a good song, though.
Yeah, it is. And no matter where I'm at, I'll pause for a second, get stuck for like 2 minutes, and then be like, wait. Okay.
What was I doing again?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah. I like your Love is King.
Yeah.
And Sade's good.
Sade is really good.
Very good.
So, this may tell a little bit about my age, but so I was younger, and this probably didn't mean anything to me then. But Kiki Watt, and Avant, Nothing in This World.
Yeah.
That song, I don't know what it is, but every time I hear it, it just takes me there. So
I don't know that I know
like
that
that
one.
really,
Yeah.
girl,
I like
let me pull it up on. Let me pull it up for you.
Well, while you're pulling that up, I would say, and this is kind of a little unconventional, I love the song Where I Want to Be by Donnell Jones.
Okay.
But my favorite, I love that song because he's being honest. You know, he's saying like,
He doesn't know if he
look,
wants
I want
to
to
be in
be
this
with you,
relationship.
but check it. I need to go follow around some of these other skirts for a little while. And I just, again, it goes back to that vulnerability, being willing to just share where you are in that moment. But my favorite love song of all time, and I'm kind of like you with this, like I pause every time I hear this song, is, and I'm telling my age, Let's Chill by Guy.
The question is, what was happening at the time that song came out?
Honestly, I don't even remember. You know, it's just, I just love that song. I think, I mean, if I really think about what was happening with me, it was in the 90s. So I was in either late high school or early college.
Right.
So whatever was happening, I didn't know how to do it. You know, but I just love that song to this day. Let's Chill comes on.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
World stop.
Yes.
Because I want to hear it.
Yes, definitely,
You know?
definitely. But that's a lot of guy songs though too, if you think about
True.
it. Though, you know,
That's right.
even though that's not the type of show this is right now, I'm just saying, you know, 90s music. Oh my
Yes.
God!
You could do so much with 90s music.
I know.
And,
It just is.
yeah, it still is.
I know.
It was. It is.
It
was,
will
it's
be.
still- yes.
It will be.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh,
Now you got all this trap music. I mean, you know, my dad always says the songs these days are like, pull your pants down and I'll tell you where to put it. And it really is. I mean, when I listen to stuff on the radio sometimes, I'm like, really? Like, are you just going to come right out your mouth with that? Like,
I can't tell them apart. I'm honest.
It's true.
They all sound. They
same.
all sound the same. The songs sound the same, and so I honestly feel like, you know, that it's the same
it's the same music.
artist, if you will, if that's what we want to call it, singing the song. You know, and the only one that I know is the one that they keep putting out there, Drake. So I was like, oh, is this a new Drake song? No, this isn't Drake. This is such and such and such and such.
Same
Oh
thing.
well, you know, it sounds just like him. So
Yep.
Yeah. Now, I mean, so if we're going to talk about love songs, we talk about doing the do.
Of course.
Now, there's a lot of people that like trap music when they trying to get a little close
What
to their
kind of
significant
sex is
other.
that?
I mean, rough, I don't know. I don't know.
No. I think at a certain age that's okay, but when you get up to be a certain age, you know, a little higher up on the totem pole there.
on the
as you're getting ready to leap off.
Yeah. Things don't work the same as they used to, and things hurt a little bit more, and you just can't get in those positions. So I don't really understand some of the younger kids doing things now. I'm like, oh,
I'm
that's,
sure they try.
that's cute,
Okay.
I'm
but
sure they try.
that's not for me.
Exactly.
That is some
Now,
stretching.
why are we talking about intimacy? Where's the weirdest place that you've been intimate?
Why? I don't think it's weird. I'm just thinking
Oh,
it's
wait, well, whatever you-
unconventional.
Unconventional, strange, weird, freaky, whatever.
Unconventional.
Whatever you want to call it.
Let's see.
I don't know that any of the places that I've been in are weird or unconventional, but what I do know that I wish that is on my bucket list still
Oh my.
is an elevator, because that Johnny
That must
Gill
be a
song,
long elevator ride.
whatever.
Keep pushing buttons.
Right? Push all the buttons.
But no,
You
then
know.
it's gonna stop and open up on every floor.
Okay,
Stand against
I
the
don't
wall.
have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I think I look pretty good.
Pretty girl.
But the Johnny Gill Love in an Elevator, oh my God, I
I've
love
heard
it.
that song.
Really? See, everybody tries to sleep on him. But yes, that's a place that I would want to be intimate.
Okay.
Well, correction, that won't be intimacy. That'll be, you know,
Trap music.
yeah. Panda.
Wow.
Yeah, I get that.
Miss Ashley.
Okay, so I ain't gonna put this out there, but since you said that you would want to on your bucket list.
Yes.
Okay.
So on my bucket list is in Miami, on a balcony,
She gonna set the
on
whole
the
scene.
beach.
Right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's on my bucket list. Maybe this June.
Oh,
Wonderful.
girl, you checking off.
That's on
the
her
business.
itinerary.
Yeah.
That's a that ain't a bucket list.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
my things to do for
It's happening.
2017.
It's definitely happening. Yes.
Okay now.
Okay.
I think the sand would turn me.
No.
in a different direction.
No, she wants to be on the balcony. Yeah,
Yes.
because those of
Yeah.
us that are,
Sand
you know,
in there. That's
Yeah.
not
yeah,
good.
sand is
Yeah,
not good.
if I would have been a couple of years in my prime, you know, but you know,
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Where's yours, Jen?
Mine is at the closet at the
Wait, say that one more
elementary.
time.
In the closet at the elementary school.
Yes, that is really unconventional.
No, what
Wait.
had happened was
Okay, yes.
they had a
Yes.
they had a shutdown.
Okay.
Okay, and they were doing some kind of test, and they failed to let the parents know that they were doing this. So
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Did you have that extra time?
The janitor.
But we were locked in the building, and we happened to be in the room, and there was no kids in that room.
Oh,
So
okay.
you have to act it out. Go hide under the tables. Cover your head. I was like, what is this? It was like an intercom thing. I was like,
Well, why are we under here?
Why we have an extra few minutes?
Why are we under
because when
here?
you have children, it's very difficult to find the time
Okay.
to get those things taken care of. So you have to be creative.
Okay.
Okay. I
All
can
right.
see
If it's a
on that.
lockdown at the school because they're doing some kind of testing of the alarm system
Somebody's babysitting.
down the hall, the
Somebody has
kids
a
were down
kid.
the hall in the cafeteria.
There you go.
So they're occupied.
Exactly.
There you go.
They're not gonna run
I need
in
a
on
good 2.5 minutes and I'm good. 2.5 minutes and I'm
Just 2.5 minutes.
That's all I need because that's all I got time for. 'Cause I'm scared somebody's gonna, one of the teachers gonna walk in there like this. Then they're gonna look at my kids and be like this. Your parents are disgusting. We caught them here. Give Sammy his jacket back. Yeah,
So if we learned nothing else tonight, we've learned
That Jen needs a good
just
2.5
2.5
minutes.
minutes. You
That's
can
all
get
you-
it done.
Exactly.
2.5. That's it.
What about you, Kay?
Oh man, I thought that was gonna happen.
You know it. You brought it
It was
up.
coming.
It was that we got to know from the
I was
host.
hoping.
That's rude.
Okay. I would say to date, the most
Ooh.
Intentional.
place probably was like back when I was in college and being grown and crazy. On my floor in my dorm room, or not dorm room, but dorm floor, there was like this, I don't know, they're like study rooms or like common rooms or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And this was real late at night and
And you were studying.
I was studying.
And you need a study break.
And I did.
And I just got
study break was well overdue.
Oh, what were you studying? Anatomy?
Yes.
Biology.
That's excellent. You should get credit for that.
So yeah, and yoga too.
Oh.
So I was studying all those things
Good,
at
that's
once.
Oh.
But
I'm sure you passed the test though, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
I believe I did.
Okay.
I believe I did.
All
So-
right.
So, but you know, I mean, those things happen. Those things happen. We all have the opportunity to, you know, kind of flex our exhibition muscles in some kind of way. I don't think I'd ever thought about a preschool.
I didn't think about it either.
It just happened. It's just one of those things that just happens. I can completely understand that.
Yes, exactly.
So, but all right. So then let's swing way to the left. So we've talked about our favorite love song. We've talked about what we like or what we first notice about a person. So what are the things that are, I'm not going to say deal breakers because that's kind of, I mean, we all have our certain deal breakers. But
Right.
what was the point where, how do I say what I'm trying to say? What was your hardest point in love? Your lowest point in love? If you care to share. Because we have them. Love ebbs and flows.
Rejection. I think would be for all of us, you
Okay.
know, at some point in time, you know, in a relationship, you know, the rejection of that person that you are trying to get to know or hoping to build something better with, and they're either not there on that page with you, or the interest is wine, and you just feel like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that could possibly ever have happened to me. That takes us back to the 90s when Mary was singing about all the pain that I was going through. And
I liked it better when she was singing.
I tell you what, now I feel really bad for her right now with this pain that she's going through, but God damn, there's some good songs.
It's going to be a banging CD.
The thick of it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah.
But do you think that, do you think it changes with your age?
Absolutely.
Because for me, rejection was something. It was like almost it was almost like I could die when I was in my teens and when I was in college. But now it's kind of like, okay, get out of here. It doesn't. I'm not saying it feels good,
right?
At any
age, right?
Or at any age, but
you can bounce back from it.
I can bounce back. Sometimes I'm the one doing it.
I was gonna say.
It happens.
I think that's a two-parter, just for the simple fact that yes, because of our ages, we understand that this is like you said, a roller coaster with ebbs and flows. But I know for me, sometimes I don't want to bounce back. I don't want to be like brushing my shoulder off and picking myself up and keeping going. I want to feel disappointed, and I want to feel upset, and I want somebody to notice that I'm feeling like this, and then try to help it make it better, or attempt to want to make it better. I want that person to want to make me feel good. And so
that's a good point.
I'm talking just for me.
No, that's a good point.
I want them to recognize that I'm hurt. Ask me why, and then try to make it better. I'm not saying that whatever they do will, but put a genuine effort to want to make me feel better about whatever it was. That's what I want. So
that's ideal. What if that doesn't happen though?
Then you putting on your big girl panties, and you
keep it moving.
Exactly. You got to do what you got to do. But sometimes I want to be soft and pink.
Okay. I hear you.
I'm just saying, you for so long we, in this room as, women of color, have to put on our big girl panties. We have to wear that mask. We have to, be that provider and that, that person that never breaks, and that
can be everything.
Exactly. Every woman, we have to do that. And, even most times, not only for ourselves, but for a lot of us, for our children too, because of what we want to project to them as they're growing up, and what they see, and and making them understand that you have to forge ahead. You have to endure today because tomorrow is coming. That was my sermon for Easter yesterday.
All right.
So yes. So you have to be able to go through it. You have to be able to keep going. Recognize that failure as what it is. Learn from it, and then make better choices going forward. But at the same time, we need that comfort. We need to be able to break down and just be raw and getting over whatever that is. Having an opportunity. I don't necessarily want to call it a grieving, but
sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is.
If you think about it.
Exactly. And you need to have that time in it to be able to purge it. So when you are stepping over it, you're clear-headed and you're focused, and you're going on to the next thing, as opposed to having to pack it away or compartmentalize it, because we do that a lot as people of color.
When you do that,
exactly.
That doesn't work.
And that could be that it could resurface in something detrimental or we'll say negative,
the same
or not learning. Exactly, not learning. So that's me.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, sure.
So
Anybody else? I think you speak for me. So.
I didn't mean to.
No, that's fine.
Well, as you all,
She spoke for all of us.
Right. She did. I'm just kind of like, I wish I had some girls on so I can clutch them.
Okay, so now we're just getting ready to go. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've exhaled.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
right. So that was a great point, Latanya. Thank you so much. So we've had a chance to talk about rejection, or really what hurts us in love. We've had a chance to talk about the weirdest place that we've been intimate. We've had a chance to talk a little bit about our bucket list too. But give us just a couple of minutes to take a break. We'll be right back, and we'll bring you more of Love Dish.
Perfect.
That's it. That's all I
Three,
get. Oh.
one. No, you good. Keep going.
Keep talking so we can And we are back. We had a chance to listen to the song that Ashley mentioned during the commercial break. And so, what did you think of the song?
I do remember that song.
You do?
I do like that song.
Yes.
So
But
yeah, well,
But
those particular artists remade a song that I felt like was timeless, that couldn't have been or shouldn't have been remade.
oh yeah.
And so, I sort of just don't even listen. I honestly don't listen to either one of them because of that. I was completely turned off because I really felt like that, they messed that up.
Yeah.
You just felt like
Yeah.
they were disrespectful about
yeah,
it.
and ain't no way else to put it.
Yeah, exactly. How dare you?
happens.
How dare you? There's the incomparable Angela Winbush? Yes, no.
I agree. There's some songs that people redo, or Puffy was real big on sampling everybody,
Right.
and that was cool
Yep.
because it was new. It was something we hadn't really heard of before. But now, some of the songs that were really big in like the '90s and even the early 2000s are being sampled.
Remade
And I'm like,
now.
how can you
Exactly.
remake that?
Dude,
Like,
one
it's
of
not
those little
even-
kids did something to Tony, and I was like, how dare you? What are
Right.
you doing?
Like
Then
we're
they
still
have the
listening
dance
to
moves to
them.
it.
And dance
Exactly.
moves.
And then the dance moves are wrong.
Correct.
The running man? That
Oh.
wasn't the running man.
Oh.
I was like,
Now
are
that
you
was
serious?
ridiculous.
I am glad they brought back my boo though.
I like that song.
I really love that song.
I like that song.
That was Freaknik Atlanta song. I love that song.
Right, freak.
Girl.
Talk about some of your age.
Girl.
You don't know nothing about Freaknik, do you?
I heard about it.
You don't wanna
Okay,
know.
all right, all
Y'all
right.
want to brush me up on
No,
some
no,
game?
no,
Listen.
You
Girl.
don't want to have. You do not
I
want to have
digress.
game on Freaknik
Okay.
because
Girl.
that was crazy.
I heard about it,
I'm
though.
trying to think what would be the equivalent now
Of
to
Freaknik?
So what I
Yeah.
hear
I have
them
no
say
idea.
is the Greek picnic that they have.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay, well I haven't been to the Greek picnic.
Okay.
so
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I feel like I need to peek in on it now.
I need to
Just so I
understand.
can know
I need
if
to.
it's-
We need to
That's what
compare
they
it.
compare it to.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need
I
to
mean,
compare.
in order to
no
get
comparison.
a correct comparison,
Right.
I feel like I
Exactly.
need to peek in
I think
on
what
it.
it
I don't
is
know.
some of the stuff that goes on at the picnic.
Okay.
They try to compare, but
okay.
like the atmosphere itself, I don't know.
Because probably completely different.
Yeah, I've been a couple of times. And I
Because
don't think
we've
I can
gone
imagine.
we've gone from like the Freaknik to now we have the festivals.
Oh yeah.
And
Which I love.
Exactly, I do too. And then the festivals cover a whole range of music, so they draw everybody.
Yeah,
So
right.
they make those dollars.
Oh, yes, of
So
course.
you have one night you have your rock and roll, another
Yes.
night you have your hip hop R&B, and another night you have your gospel, whatever
Yes.
the case may be, your blues.
I don't think I would
all
want to
through
be at a festival that has like hip hop and R&B and then gospel though, because I would feel really convicted from the hip hop and R&B night.
No.
Oh.
I go to church in my club dress.
Jesus loves the sinners.
You know?
Yes, come as you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know. Exactly. So
Oh man.
I can only talk from my experience. I am not projecting on anybody else.
No, we don't take it that way.
Exactly.
And we don't
Exactly.
judge.
Hey.
Hey.
Ooh, no judgment. No judgment.
No judgment.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm glad you had a chance to hear that song. Let's move back into some of this crazy stuff I want to know. What's your favorite fantasy?
Ooh.
We're not talking about bucket list stuff now. I mean, that could be kind of, but sometimes I feel like fantasies can be like, I don't know. You can either go way left or way right with it. Way right would be like, oh, he walks in the door, he's kind of you know, everything debonair, and he sweeps you up in his arms, and everything is nice and gravy. But then there's the other fantasy.
Oh, look at me.
And I feel like
I feel like this is
fantasies. I hit them all.
I was just about to say, I feel like Jen, you know, just acts them out as soon as they pop into her
My
head.
fantasy has nothing to do with sex at all. I just want to go to Greece, to Santorini, and get me one of those little cottages. Me and my husband sit out there and have grapes and feed each other wine and just sit and eat cheese and just relax. No
okay,
kids.
that's a good fantasy.
That's
so
all I'm looking forward to.
sweet.
So if you're listening,
You heard him.
Exactly. Greece.
2018.
Santorini.
Yes.
Oh, 2018?
2018.
Oh, she got a timestamp.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be our 7-year itch.
Okay.
So we need to get that done.
You need to scratch it.
That's right.
Exactly.
Scratch it in grease.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
Miss Ashley,
Okay, so
we know about the beach.
I'm gonna take it down a notch.
Okay.
Okay.
So obviously I'm single, not married, but I am in a relationship. So I want to go to Paris.
Oh, you'll love Paris.
Yes, and eventually, Lord, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but
It will happen. It will
I was about to say, put it out there.
yes, I want to eventually get engaged in Paris.
Okay.
So,
So
that's-
if you're listening,
so if you're listening,
let's get that done. 2018.
For two here.
Hey,
you
why
had
not?
you
Yes.
had something you were okay.
yeah.
Oh.
So that's
Exactly.
Are you 2018 for you too?
I don't know.
She's not putting no time
No,
stamp
no,
on it.
no time
We're just putting it out there in the universe for
No
it to
time
come,
stamp.
for it to come to fruition. I want to go to Hawaii. That's
That's a
one
good
place
one.
I really, really want to go. And I don't want to be on the beach, but I want to have one of those. I don't know if you call them villas or not, but they're like the open. No, they're the house, but it's the open, like where windows should be. But
Like a
they're-
treehouse?
No, not
It's like it has like a
Okay.
top and
Yeah,
it's
you scared
got
me.
the-
Well, you know,
You gotta sit on
like
ABB
say
for
you
the
think
Like a
time.
cabana or something.
yes, but it's like a tent. You know how they're
A
attached to
tent?
the
Like
house.
a tiki looking
I do like to say
Girl, you
tent.
know I ain't doing no tent.
I'm about to
The
say,
bears
wait a
and shit out there in the
minute.
woods. Ain't nobody
No.
doing no tent. Shit, you done fell on top of you, and next thing you know, you're all wrapped up in it. You know,
Alligators
and
and
then
snakes and stuff.
all that, you
Hawaii.
know.
Alligators
Florida.
and snakes? They don't have alligators in Hawaii?
Oh, I don't know. I've never been.
Sharks? Sharks?
I'm not going in the water. Girl, that stuff is sandy. It's all dirty. We didn't got no.
Finish your fantasy.
Oh my
I know, right? Exactly.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
So it's like I guess you would consider it like a porch or a patio, but the it's open. There's no
Okay.
windows and stuff, and you have the gauzy curtains blowing in the wind type thing,
yeah.
and then you have the yard that feeds out to the beach.
Okay.
I
But
like
it's
it.
green, and you got your palm trees
Yeah.
all around it and stuff like that. But like there's like a, you know, it's not a hammock. I'm a woman of a certain age. It's not a hammock.
Okay.
But you know, some type
But
of
it's something.
comfortable
a swinging bed.
Yes,
Like a
you know,
full
some,
bed with a
some type
swing.
of comfortable, you know.
Yes. So
Exactly.
you get that nice little sway.
Exactly, you know, with the breeze, you know, everybody's
Okay.
in rhythm, you
You
know.
don't have to worry about breaking your back if you actually
Don't have to
Oh, my.
worry about none of that. None of
That's
that.
nice.
Yeah.
But just like, you know, nice open, you know, breeze, you know, and there's, you know, chilled wine, you know, and there's condensation and it's running off on the table and stuff, and some, you know, somebody playing in the
ukulele
background.
playing in the background.
No, that's too
That's too
hard. Yeah, but the
That's too
sound
much.
is too hard. It's- that's too hard. That's too hard.
It's more of a plucking
Yeah, that's a
sound.
plucking, like a banjo type
I
sound,
know.
and I don't like that
Okay.
sound. Yeah, but something, you know, that I guess you,
Maybe
and then
some
you
wind
would
chimes.
maybe,
Oh.
and then you have the waves crashing in
There
the
you go.
background.
That'd be nice.
You know, so it's soothing, you know, and
Quite a
relaxing.
picturesque fantasy.
I know.
I know, and it's not really, you know, sex or intimacy. It's just the that feeling, and then the sensuality of, you know, caressing
Oh, yeah.
and, you know, touching and, you know, just anticipation. I think.
Oh.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like anticipation. You know, heighten your senses. You know, to the point of, you know,
No return.
no,
I'll put it up on times game.
Right.
no. So.
The anticipation.
It's like,
So, I mean, you know,
I like
that's
the way all of
just,
those sound.
yeah,
actually.
you know, that's just, you know.
Yeah, I love it.
Exactly.
Love it.
So
You know, my fantasy is, Lord, please just let me meet a rich man that can pay all my bills in like 2 seconds.
Oh.
if you're
Take
listening,
me wherever.
There you go.
You're out there. So I mean, really though, you know, I feel like I've had different experiences, but I would say, fantasy wise, I mean, I don't know if I have some of the same
Ambitions.
We're all different.
ambitions,
Yes,
right?
all different.
But yeah, just somebody that, you know, someone I can grow old with, someone that I can just kind of chill out with, that we can just pick up and go whenever, you know, when I get too old to do it myself, he can pluck the chin hairs out of my chin. You know?
I love it.
You know, that's my fantasy. It's boring, but it's mine.
And that's all that matters. It's yours.
It's
Yeah,
mine.
exactly.
It's a cheesy fantasy.
No.
I don't think so.
I can get a little raunchy with him too, though. It needs to be someone who can who can flow with both.
Exactly.
Okay, you know?
Right, yeah. Can flip
Yeah.
a switch.
And not intimidated by
Right.
either.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I get that. I get that.
That's easy enough.
But so I think we
Doesn't ask
all
too much.
right. So I think we all put things out into the atmosphere.
And see if we can.
Reel it in.
Reel it in.
Just in
Okay. So I remember, talking about fantasies, you know, and just things that have happened throughout the past for us. I remember when I was young, I know we all remember like watching things we shouldn't watch, listening to music we shouldn't listen to, and then going saying stuff we shouldn't say. What was the first R-rated movie that you remember seeing? Because I'm sure you probably saw one and didn't even realize it was R-rated.
Oh no, I knew exactly what it was.
Oh my, R-rated.
At the same time?
Yes.
Purple Rain.
Oh
I
my
should be like my mouth like.
Dude.
Wasn't it the best though?
It was the best.
It was so not the best because,
It was the best.
dude, I was not even a teenager yet.
Me neither.
My father took
I really
us.
think I was like in 2nd or 3rd grade.
My father took us because it was Prince.
Yes.
And
Not knowing.
I don't know if he knew or not, but
Not caring.
But the scene,
Not caring.
I wanted to see it, so y'all coming with me.
the scene with Prince and Apollonia when she had on the bustier,
Yes.
and he was,
Everywhere.
dude, I'm a kid. What is happening? Looking at my dad. I knew exactly what was happening, but I'm looking at my dad like, really? You knew
This is okay.
this is okay. This is cool.
This
We're
is
gonna
okay
see.
for
We're gonna
me.
watch this
Right.
together.
Did you look around to see if anybody else was offended?
Dude,
You just
No.
said, okay, well, whatever.
well, it's dark. You're in the movies.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. But I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I do believe that it was the prequel to the relationship that my father and I have now, which
Do
is
tell.
no holds barred.
Okay.
So,
So then it kind of ushered in the openness.
Exactly, it ushered in the openness. You know, yes, it still feels kind of weird talking to your
Yeah.
father about sex.
No.
Because most of us, you know, that's not what you do.
Right.
No.
But the relationship that we have, we're neither one of us are ignorant. You know that we're grown individuals. We have
Right.
sex, you know, so it shouldn't be taboo for us to talk about.
That's
it
true.
shouldn't be a concern. You shouldn't feel a certain way because
Right.
it's natural for us as individuals, you know, to have relationships, you know, and that part of having a relationship is going to be intimate. So you should be able to talk
a good
about
point.
it. So yes. We
Purple
still
Rain.
talk about it, but yes, Purple Rain ushered it in for me, and it's
I
just
had it
like,
on VHS, then I got it on DVD, now I have it on Blu-ray, and I also have it on my phone.
girl,
You have it on your phone.
I do. YouTube has a whole version nothing on there. I just saved
I
it
can't
late.
even be mad at that.
I just love that movie. I really did.
is one of my
I mean, the
favorites.
music
It
was
is.
exciting.
Oh
Yes.
my
All
gosh,
the way.
I
yes,
feel like everything about the movie was exciting.
I do too.
Yeah.
And her boobs were exciting.
They were on point.
I was like this. I'm gonna have
Between
those.
her boobs and his curls and heels.
Yes, I figured I wanted all
God
of
rest
that.
his soul. But
And then I
that was
remember-
all on point.
Yeah.
I remember going to school and I had this long winter coat,
Wait a minute.
and I played the
Was it purple?
No, it was gray, but it had a
Should've been
lavender.
purple.
Wait, it was gray, but it had a lavender lining.
Oh, so did you do one of these flick it back?
Yes, I did it. But wait, but then everybody wanted to take a turn in my coat so they could do it too.
No.
They did. They did.
But I gotta tell you, so when around that same time frame, I guess I had seen the movie. I don't remember if I'd seen the movie, but my mom was such a big Prince fan. And back then, you know, your parents would play a cassette tape on Saturday while you cleaning the house.
Yes.
You know, it was on and popping. So I one day was singing "Darling Nikki." Just as loud as I could, all the words.
All right.
And I got my tail whooped, and I could not understand why I was getting a spanking.
Right.
But then when I got older,
And you realize
and I heard the song one day, and I was like, oh my God.
Right?
I should have got a spanking.
I should have got a
I should have spanked
spanking.
myself. That's what.
That's not
Well,
true
these
though,
days-
because
If that's what you're into.
but that's so not fair because
I had no idea.
She played it.
Right.
You had no clue what you were singing.
Right.
Just repeat.
And in all honesty, if you really think about a lot of the songs,
All of them are like that.
They are, but it's innuendo. You know, you're singing a lyric, not understanding that there's 2, 3, 6 meanings behind it.
Yes.
You know, which is what I really like. A lot more subtle
Back
because
then than it is now.
exactly.
It's not like that now. That
It
trap
is still
music,
not
it
like
ain't.
that.
No,
You know exactly what's
Hands
happening.
down and bend over.
That's
You know,
it.
I told you earlier.
Exactly.
Hands down, I'll show you where to put it.
Exactly.
Well, I don't mean to ruin this,
The Purple
but I've
Rain
never
Party.
seen it.
What?
I know.
The nigga, oh, sorry, commercial break. Let me go.
I know. I guess I know what I'm watching tomorrow when I get
Yes,
home.
you are.
You're watching that tonight.
Right after this show, we're going to pull it up on YouTube.
How
does that happen?
I don't. Well, see, I'm not a big movie person, so
Okay.
I don't even. I'm
You like
trying to-
Prince?
I do.
Okay.
I really do.
You
Like
like that
Purple?
movie?
Okay, so
Yeah, I just.
there are 5 movies that you must watch as a black person.
Okay.
Purple Rain.
Okay.
Color
The Color
Purple.
I saw that one.
Okay.
Okay.
5 Heartbeats.
Seen
Yes.
that one.
Love and Basketball.
Saw that one.
I know, me too, but I'm hearing it a lot.
borderline. Okay, but I've
And
seen
then,
that one.
Preference.
and then the 5th one is Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm just one short.
No, you got to have.
What
both.
happened to the New Edition movie? That's not
That just
I mean,
came
it's
out.
new.
I like to see that one though. You should see that.
You
I
have
haven't
not
seen
seen
that
that?
one
You
either.
I
haven't
like to
seen
see it
that
again.
either.
Oh,
It's
over
a
and over
good
again.
one.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, that's really
It's
good.
not in my budget.
Come over anytime. We'll
Okay,
watch it.
sounds
That's-
It's a good one though.
That's really
Okay, I
good.
heard
I
it's
really
really good.
enjoy it. But no, that's too new. No.
But definitely
old school.
Color Purple and Purple Rain.
Yes.
So Purple
Yes.
Rain, I got to
And
see.
5 Heartbeats.
And 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah.
Seen 5 Heartbeats.
Jackson
Okay,
5
good.
too though, I feel like.
Seen Jackson 5.
God, that
Okay.
lasts all week. Who's got time for that?
That's a lot of movies.
That is a lot of movies.
See it on a break.
Yeah.
Man, them and the Temptations
binge
ones.
watch.
I'm like, oh my God.
Gotta binge watch those.
Yes.
So we've talked about Purple Rain.
Woo, did we ever warm in here now?
So I know we were talking about just how that steamy scene with Apollonia. Have we ever tried to recreate some of those?
Yes.
And fails.
I was gonna say, was it? And tell me
Horribly.
whether it was a win or a fail, and which scene you were trying to recreate.
The same scene.
Very same scene.
That's the only thing I knew is when I started getting
Exactly.
to having boyfriends and
Experience,
stuff.
yeah.
That was the only thing I can remember.
Exactly.
So that was just a natural thing. Okay, if you want to show somebody you love them, you want to have sex with them, you got to do it like that.
Yep. Exactly.
Because it looked like it was perfect,
But it didn't
right?
show what was going on below, so you didn't know exactly what was going on below.
Right.
And my parents were not the ones that have conversations about, we don't talk about that, that's disgusting. We don't talk about
Right,
it.
right.
So recreating it from the picture, from what you look at,